Hello everyone, I am officially back from the dead. We'll see how long this lasts. And I'm really sorry for how long I've been gone. I just kind of lost motivation and took another very, very long, like 3-month long to be exact, break. My channel is my channel is 2 now. On the 12th, it turned 2. Anyway, this video, I'm going to be designing Cannon Warriors characters. I got so much inspiration after watching a video by Boomtown. I believe that's their name. I'm sorry if I'm wrong. I'll put a link in the description. But they did these, and it just gave me such a boost of inspiration. So I ended up doing all of these in like 5-ish days. So let's go straight into the first character, Firestar. I don't really have a lot to say about him. I don't hate Firestar, but he's not by any means my favorite character. He's just boring and overused and a blank slate pretty much. Every good thing about his character is just basic. I don't know. He's like a blank slate that they just picked up and they're like, yes, this is the ultimate warrior cat. His relationship with Spotted Leaf, I don't even really want to touch on, but if I end up rewriting The Prophecies Begin, I'm definitely going to be making Spotted Leaf more of a flirty character. I did end up drawing her in this video. She'll be later on. But I want her to be more flirty and Firestar like, ooh, oh, she's interested in me. Oh yeah. Heck yeah. She's not interested in him. But I made him a tabby kind of character because he's either plain orange or tabby. So I kind of wanted to make him in the middle and give him like a back stripe thing that I always do for characters. Dang. I have no variation with designs. And I also gave him some little tabby stripes and his bright green eyes. And yeah, that's Firestar. Next up is Gray Stripe. I drew most of these characters in their prime or around their first appearance. For Gray Stripe, I drew him as like a playful young cat because, I don't know, you either see Gray Stripe as a traitorous character or you see him as a playful character, and I wanted him to be in this a more playful, youthful cat. So I drew him like bouncing, running, like woohoo, kind of with his mouth open, like he's going on an adventure with Firestar. I gave him his black back gray stripe and pink ears and yellow eyes. I made it more of a stripe at a point, his back stripe, because I didn't want it to be the same as Firestar's. I use the back stripes a lot with characters in this video and in every other design. Next up is Ravenpaw. Ravenpaw is one of my favorite characters. I don't know. I just like him. I can't explain it. He took me the shortest amount of time, I believe. He took me like 45 minutes maybe. And he's one of my favorites. I made him a awkward, lengthy cat with a very thin tail. And I gave him wide eyes and a worried expression. Like, I made his mouth like kind of curvy and to kind of give off that he's worried about something or he knows something others don't. So I gave him a little white paw, and I gave him a white tail tip and made his nose and around his eyes white. And I gave him purple eyes because if you don't draw Ravenpaw as purple with purple eyes, are you okay? Next up is Sandstorm or Sandpaw. I drew her as either when she first got her warrior name or still as an apprentice. I made her whining. I imagine her in this. So if I was going with this being Sandpaw, I imagine her in this moment saying, I have to sleep next to a kitty pet? Or something like that. I forget the direct quote, but I know she said something about being near a kitty pet. So I gave her sandy color, and I gave her stripes. I'm not sure if she's actually supposed to be striped or not, but I see a lot of people drawing her with stripes, and I think canonically she's just plain yellowish sand color, but I gave her a sage green background and sage green eyes, and there you have it, Sandpaw Storm. Next up is Dustpelt. I really like Dustpelt, and when I was reading small spoiler for I think Broken Code, maybe not Broken Code. Small spoiler for Vision of Shadows, I believe. I was so disappointed when I found out that Dustpelt had died, and they killed him off screen. He died in like a mudslide or something. But we need our we have our patrol guy, but we need our den builder guy. But I gave him like a small sneer of sorts. Like he's like kind of like, oh. And I gave him I made him resemble Graystripe. I think I might have gotten this wrong. Is Graystripe and Dustpelt brothers? If they're not, then I loosely based his design off of Graystripe. So if they are not brothers, whoops. That's it. Next up is Longtail. Longtail, I love Longtail. Even when he got his redemption in a way and became just a lonely, elder, I still love him. I drew him in his prime where he could still see. Probably I drew him in the first arc. Probably when he's still kitty pet hating and Tiger Star follower. But I drew him. I was searching up ideas for these characters, and I found one kind of in a pose like this, which I did reference that piece. Because I also referenced the minifigure Longtail, where he's Siamese or color point. I also gave him bright blue eyes because I like the sharp blue eyes on him. I don't know, I just kind of like it, and I gave him a lot of stripes. Next up is Tiger Claw or Tiger Star. Tiger Star has never been my favorite character. I've grown to like him more and more as I've become more, might I say, unstable of sorts. I'm fine, I promise. I just have questionable tastes in fictional characters. Moving along, he's grown on me quite a bit with my rereads. My design for him, I really like my design for him, honestly. I like a lot of other people's designs, but I just kind of like, I like the spots on his ears. That's one of the main things I like about his design. Just the spots on his ears. I obviously made him brown, 2 shades of brown with black stripes, and made him look like a tiger. Though, usually tigers are orange, so I don't know why he's tiger when he's brown, like a dark brown. Can tigers be dark brown? I know they can be orange and white. I don't know about any other. I'm not well versed in tigers. I'm sorry. I gave him some little white accents, like on his nose, on his ears. I gave him his signature scar. His stripes were hard for me to replicate because the only reference that I had of his current design was from a piece that I made of all the main Dark Forest characters, excluding Broken Star, because I didn't feel like drawing him. Next up is Blue Star. I changed her design a lot. Her old design, I like it, but I did heavily reference another design from someone else. And I just don't think it reads Blue Star as well as I felt like it did. Her new design is more of a canonically based Blue Star with her grayish blue and light blue, along with some darker blue for like her back stripe. Yes, I used another back stripe. Leave me alone. I also did a stripe down her tail and on her ears. I tried to give her a striped tail, but I just didn't think it worked as well as I would like. Next up is Red Tail. Red Tail probably has one of the longest speed paints, excluding Spotted Leaf. Spotted Leaf took me so long compared to the others, but Red Tail, he's just a dude. There's not much to say about him. As Boomtown said in their video, when they were talking about Red Tail, he's just a guy. Like, I read Red Tail's debt. I don't know. He's just a man who owned Tiger Star money or something, and he's like, yeah, I own you now. You will do whatever I say. And then he becomes deputy, and Tiger Star's like, I didn't say you could do that. I never told you that you could be deputy. Excuse you? So then Tiger Star, like, decided to kill him. Wow. So I made Red Tail a calico. I made him a red and orange calico. I really like his design. I don't know. It was really hard to do with all the spots, and I feel like it would be hell to replicate. But Spotted Leaf is so much worse. I made headshots of her and Red Tail recently, so I kind of had to go with those designs. Not really. I just wanted to be consistent and have that art still be usable. So Spotted Leaf is also a calico. Her original design that I made for her, yeah, she's a calico, kind of, but I didn't feel like Spotted Leaf. I felt like it could have used an extra color, but for her new design, I also referenced her brother heavily. So I gave her a flirty stance, and I put some leaves in her mouth. Like, oh yeah, let's go flirt in the medicine den. Oh yeah. I gave her a very, very fluffy tail, just like I did with Red Tail. And she's just kind of brown and orange and tan and white. So it's a fun time. Why? I decided it would be a smart idea to make her a tabbyco. No, that was so terrible. You can now see me trying to do stripes and spots on them. I thought that it would look good with all of them being stripes and having stripes and spots on them. But I soon realized it was way too busy and the face didn't have a lot of stripes on it. So I tried out some different patterns, like making only the ginger striped, but I thought that was a bit weird and didn't tie in the other stripes well enough. So I made the stripes go into the other colors that they were touching. So that's it for this video. I'm really happy to be back, ? I don't know, we'll see where this takes me. But I don't know. I had so much fun working on these, and there is a part 2 in the works. I'm already working on dark stripe. I have a whole list, but if there is any characters from the new prophecy that are more background characters that you would like me to do, then please suggest them. I'm mostly working on ThunderClan for now. Next part, I will have Broken Star and some other characters like Crooked Star in it. But if there's any background characters that you would like me to do, please let me know. I already want to do White Storm, Lionheart, and Mousefur. So please suggest any other characters that you would like to see. Anyway, bye!